Well, on the subject of Texas A&M's next head coach, we got a couple of guys that are denying that they're going to be the next head coach at Texas A&M. All right, first up to the podium. First up to the podium.
Get an opening. People are turning it down.
Come on down. All right, now, do you want to hear the most convincing or the least convincing first? You guys choose. Which one do you want to hear?
I want to hear the most.
Okay. So this is Dan Lanning from Oregon. He sounds pretty set in stone that he is not going to be the next head coach there at College Station. Here he was.
Everything I want exists right here. I'm not going anywhere. There's zero chance that I would be coaching somewhere else. I've got unfinished business here. There's a lot that I want to accomplish here at Oregon. My number one priority is being elite here at Oregon. And we have the resources, the tools. Anybody that can't understand why you would want to be here at this place doesn't understand exactly what exists here. You know, a lot of coaches hang on to these moments and they don't do anything or don't say anything. One, because they don't want egg on their face when they decide to do something else, right? Two, because they're concerned about things that I'm not concerned about, like getting a better contract. Like, I'm taken care of extremely well here at Oregon. I have the resources I need here at Oregon to be really, really successful. I'm not motivated by that. I'm motivated by winning. I'm motivated by being elite here.
I'm convinced.
He said it twice.
I'm convinced.
That's been the saying, resources.
I never thought he would be a realistic candidate. I mean, you have Phil Knight at Oregon. You have all that money. You have what is a great team, a great foundation that's there currently and winning. And by the way, it'd be one thing if Oregon was staying in the Pac-12 and you felt like the Pac-12 didn't have those resources. They're moving to the Big Ten. They're going to be getting paid a ton of money a year, and there's no reason to.
I mean, why? Why would you want to leave there?
Like, why would you leave Oregon when you're probably going to be immediately just as competitive, if not maybe more competitive, based on the situation there in Oregon and their team, than Texas A&M, which is looking to rebuild?
Yeah, I agree with that.
Yeah. Well, let's hear the least convincing. Step right up. Exhibit B. Deion Sanders, Coach Prime at Colorado.
I want to win a game. So you think I really do sit down and think about that kind of stuff? Like, what strikes me about that, about myself, that you guys really think I sit down and say, oh, yeah, Stevie, yeah. Like, come on, I'm good.
So, do you believe if Texas A&M went to Deion Sanders and said, hey, here's, whatever the number is, come be the next head coach here in College Station? And he could bring his son with him, correct? I mean, Shedeur could. No, he can't transfer again?
Why would he be able to transfer again? Unless he's a graduate transfer, which I'm not sure if he's graduated or not.
I mean,
you only get one freebie.
Like, if you're Deion Sanders and they're knocking on the door, like, because could you imagine? First of all, he got blowback for leaving Jackson State. Imagine the blowback he would get if he just decided after 1 year that he's going to bail and go to Texas A&M. Even though he's got every right to do so, I wouldn't have a problem with it. I think it'd be fascinating as hell, but he would get a ton of heat if he decided to leave Colorado to go to Texas A&M.
I mean, I don't know that he would. I mean, I think he would, just be looking to try to go find a way of getting to a place where he can win a national championship, right?
I think people in Colorado would treat him the same exact way people from Jackson State or whoever it was within the HBCU community treated Deion. I would be shocked and surprised if the Colorado people were like, "Oh my gosh, good luck to you, Deion. Go! You did so much for us."
They're going to be mad.
Yeah,
I'm not saying they're not
going to hate
mad.
on him. Yeah,
but I mean, shoot, everyone gets hate on when you leave a place.
Yeah, especially when you're good. Like they don't get mad at the ones that aren't good. You leave and you left an impression and you created an experience that they're going to be mad, because they're going to start searching for that experience again. And every once in a while they can't find it. You can't find what it felt like. And then next thing you know, you're just looking and then you're old and then you're alone. And oh, wait, I'm talking about football. I'm sorry. I'm talking about football.
What the hell?
I'm talking about football. My bad. I'm going to.
Yeah. Look, there's always names going to be thrown out there that are more for clicks, and who knows? Maybe there's interest there. Maybe there's not. Only Deion knows. But I think the tough thing would be you got all those kids to transfer, and then to pick up and leave. Like, that would be the toughest part. And I don't know if Shiloh or Shedeur could. It depends on if they've graduated, because they've already taken up one of those transfers, right, in your undergraduate where you get a freebie. and you don't get penalized for it. So unless they're graduated, then they could go as many times as they want to transfer after that.
That'd be the ultimate gangster move by Deion, though, if he left them there. And they've proven that they can do it without him.
Yeah,
they've proven that they could do it at this level. I don't know that they proved they could do it without. I mean, Shallow was at University of South Carolina, I believe, to start, and I don't even think did that go that well there. I don't even know that it went that well there.
I don't know.
What has
I don't
South
even
Carolina?
remember as well. But they have shown that they can play at a high level, is what I'll say. I didn't even know that Shallow could play that well. I mean, he's shown that he can play. He's made some big plays just as much as his other brother, Shador. But I think if Deion went to Texas A&M, I think it would be difficult for him to recruit. And I think it would be difficult for him to recruit because it would be more so him bouncing around. And if I'm a parent of one of these guys, or even if I'm, maybe the guys won't think about it as much as like the people that are older and looking at it. But it's like, where are you going to be in 2 years? If Florida State comes open, say in 2 years, are you leaving for Florida State? Like, some people are going to be loyal to the idea of being able to play for Deion based upon other circumstances or other factors. But I think it definitely hurts him in recruiting if he were to leave, because you've sold so many. And I know this personally. You've sold people on the fact that you're not leaving Colorado. Like, let me have your son. Bring your son to Colorado. We're building something special here, I believe. Like, you're telling that to all of these recruits, and then you leave and you go somewhere else. And sure, those recruits will probably say, yeah, I want to go to Texas A&M now because that's where Coach Prime is going. But if you stop and you take a real hard look at it, you can justify Jackson State. You can, because you can say, look, they weren't willing to give him the jobs that he was looking for at first. So he went and he proved it at Jackson State. So you can justify Jackson State. But if you leave Colorado after one season, after having what would be considered to be largely a successful year, you made Colorado football relevant. Even though it got a little slow at the end, you made Colorado football relevant. I think that would be a misstep on his part.
By the way, that before the season win total of 4.5 for Colorado, getting a little dicey here towards the end.
Where are they at? 4 right now?
4-6.
Yeah,
they're 1-6 in the Pac-12. So
it's all right. I mean, here's the only thing I'd say, and I don't know, maybe money comes in, maybe it doesn't, but if you're any head coach that's looking at that job, it does look a lot more enticing if you know that the university signed up for that contract once. I mean, that's your negotiating point.
Yeah.
Like, if you really want me in my services, because I'm looking at your situation, I'm saying it's a rebuild. I've got to change the culture there. I've got to change a lot of things there. Like, if you really want me, then you got to sign me to a similar contract, and you have to give me time so you guys feel the pain again if you pull the rug from out underneath me and I don't feel like I have enough time. Now, I'm not making the case that Jimbo Fisher didn't have enough time. He had plenty of time while at Texas A&M. But I'm stating that if I'm a prospective head coach and candidate, I'm holding them to that same contract structure and saying, this is what I need if you want me to come here. Like, I need the assurance that you're going to give me the time that I need to build this place into what you want it to be in an SEC that's getting only tougher with the additions of OU and Texas. And who knows, with conference realignment still taking shape and probably going to after the season, that's only going to get more competitive. So if you want me to be able to recruit, if you want me to be able to, be the coach and win a national championship, you got to give me the resources and you have to give me the contract that allows me to have, the security to come here and know that I can do this job that you're asking me to do.